This is the Dallas Morning News.
It's Friday, July 18th. Despite the week starting with below-average temperatures, it is not going to end that way. Today will bring an abundance of sunshine and a high of 99. The feels-like temperature will hover around 101. On Saturday, the temperature is expected to drop a few degrees back to a high of 96 before slowly climbing up again next week. There is no precipitation in the forecast through next Wednesday. The region still has not had its first 100-degree day of the summer. While temperatures are expected to approach that mark for much of the next week, the forecast does not currently indicate that DFW will eclipse it. In other news, Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice was sentenced to 30 days in jail Thursday morning, roughly a year and a half after he lost control while speeding on a Dallas highway, causing a multi-vehicle hit and run. Rice pleaded guilty to collision involving serious bodily injury and racing on a highway causing serious bodily injury, to third-degree felonies. That's according to a news release from the Dallas County District Attorney's Office. Rice was also required to pay all of the victim's out-of-pocket medical expenses, totaling more than $115,000. As part of the plea, Rice was also given 5 years deferred adjudication probation, meaning he will not have a conviction on his record if he successfully completes probation. He will also be required to complete 60 hours of community service. It is unclear when Rice will serve his jail sentence. He did not immediately appear in Dallas County jail records Thursday. Rice's attorney, State Senator Royce West, said at a news conference Thursday afternoon that Rice will be able to work around his work schedule to serve the 30 days in Dallas County. West said Rice intends to report for Chiefs training camp, which begins Monday. Before the floods came, they dreamed of becoming athletes, singers, teachers, and just like their big sisters, of giving back to their communities and making their families proud, of growing up. When the Guadalupe River rose to historic heights shortly before dawn on the 4th of July, it swept away miles of homes, cars, and families in Kerr County, killing at least 116 people. Among them were 27 girls and 2 counselors from Camp Mystic, a beloved Christian summer camp that's drawn generations of families to hunt for nearly a century. They came to make new friends and finally see the old ones from summers past, to swim alongside banks of live oak and pecan trees, to share cabins and dinners and songs. Dark waters and debris took their futures with them, but through obituaries and social media tributes, the Dallas Morning News pieced together the lives they led, memorializing the campers, counselors, and leader of Camp Mystic, in the words of those who loved them most. You can read the full article at dallasnews.com. Next up, 5 years after the death of civil rights leader John Lewis, a group of demonstrators gathered Thursday in downtown Dallas to honor his legacy while also protesting the policies of President Donald Trump. About 150 attendees gathered at Pacific Plaza at the start of the event. Dallas was one of the cities participating in the nationwide series of Good Trouble Lives On rallies to honor the longtime Georgia congressman. Demonstrators used the event as an opportunity to voice concerns against Trump's policies, some of which have been the subject of a series of court challenges. Signs reading, "Make Good Trouble, Texas," were aligned against a fence near Pacific Avenue. Other attendees held flags reading, "Good Trouble is Necessary Trouble," and "Good Trouble Lives On." Lewis, a congressman from the Atlanta area, coined the Good Trouble movement for people to come together and take peaceful action against injustice. And when Dallas Cowboys cornerback Trevon Diggs reports to training camp on Sunday, he will do so without $500,000 of his salary. Team officials will deduct that amount from Diggs' $9 million base salary for his failure to complete at least 84% of his offseason workouts. A person with knowledge of Diggs' contract told the Dallas Morning News this week. Diggs' agent did not respond when asked for comment about the salary deduction. Club officials had the option of not enforcing the clause in the contract. Some players have workout clauses in their contracts as a bonus for attending a certain percentage of sessions, or a penalty for not doing so. Diggs is recovering from surgery on his left knee. Instead of doing a majority of his rehab work at the Star with team medical officials, he elected to do it away from the facility. Diggs has not told the media what his issues are with the team's medical staff. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back on Monday with more from the Dallas Morning News.